Amazing. So, what's today's topic?
How we feel about animes nowadays.
Okay, how do we feel about our current animes coming out? Let's start with you, Licious. How do you feel about it?
Well,
Oh wait, we skipped introduction. We skipped introduction. It's fine. Let's just go. Let's just roll with it. Go ahead.
Okay.
So, how do you feel, Licious?
you want me to introduce myself right now?
Yeah, please go ahead. Don't use your real name though.
Well,
It wasn't necessary. But then
Yeah.
she made it a long time ago.
you need to understand that was for college. I had to put my name in it anyways.
Very true. Very
Oh.
true. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Even if someone types your name on Google, it's not gonna appear. Trust me, I
Nothing
tried.
shows up. When I type my name in Google, it comes up with this this writer from Kenya.
Why
Yeah.
Kenya?
Kenya.
I have no idea. You know, the last name Mukumbi is very common in Uganda.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, more common in Uganda than it is in Congo.
When I
Yeah.
type in my name, there's so many people with the name Tony. It's unbelievable.
Wait, really?
Surprised. Yeah. Oh crap! I just said my name.
Oh goodness. That's getting edited out, honestly.
Anyway, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am the youngest sibling out of the three. And what was the question again?
How do you feel about animes nowadays? Current animes, as compared to previous animes, like the old big three, the old school animes and whatnot. Even though I'm pretty sure you haven't seen a lot of old school animes, but
Well, the
how do you feel?
new ones I don't really watch. I think the newest ones, like of this generation, anyways, that I've watched is probably The Promised Neverland, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, all that stuff. But I don't know. These days, it's very like I can't really get into it. Like a lot of people like hoot and rave about Demon Slayer, and I watched the first season. And if you was to ask me about anything that happened, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Cause
Really?
yeah,
Was it because it wasn't interesting, or
I
what
just
was it that made you
couldn't,
lose focus?
I feel like for me, like animation, you can have like the best animation in the world. Like you can get the best studio to animate your manga. But if the story is like basic, I'm not gonna be immersed no matter how amazing the animation is. I feel like Demon Slayer for me, I understand a lot of people like it, but for me it's very basic. It's very, very basic. That's why I only watched season 1. I was like, oh.
Then
Okay.
what do you consider? What anime do you consider that's not basic? That's it has a story that's very how do you say multi-layered? What would you consider? What anime would you consider that has that kind of
For
stuff?
me, I think like the most like complex animes. Well, I have a top 3, and I feel like every single one, it's very similar in its own way. So my top 3. I was talking to my cousin about this on Saturday. I gave her my top 3 with One Piece, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and
Your
Attack on
cousin
Titan.
watches anime.
Both my cousins watch anime. Cause
Oh, mad.
my cousin Ulysses, she's like obsessed with Harry Potter, but she does watch anime. And then my other cousin Metis, she watches anime as well. We were just talking about it on the bus.
Okay, that's interesting. So you said your top anime is what? One Piece and what?
One Piece, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Attack on Titan.
That's 4, you know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
got.
3.
I had 4.
One Piece, Fullmetal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, and then what was the last one?
There was no last one. That was it.
Oh, mad. Okay, my bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 3. Okay, yeah. You're right. All those animes do have their, yeah, they have multi-layered story, very complicating story, especially One Piece. It's so very broad that you can smallest detail you can easily miss it, Like currently, what's happening in the manga? No spoilers, don't worry. It's literally a throwback from before they went on the Grand Line. It's crazy. It's literally it's come full circle.
Even the
So
even the new Egghead opening shows that. I love it
Yeah,
anyway.
I am not watching that Egghead opening. There's a lot of spoilers in that opening. Too many.
Wait, what do you mean? So many spoilers? I mean, okay, kind
Come
of.
on, man. You read the manga. You read the manga. You
I
should
know, I know. I saw them. I saw what's happening there, and I know, like, you know.
Mad stuff. All right, so Maestro, go ahead. Your turn.
How do I feel about animes nowadays? Well, they're not bad. I'm not. Well, they're kind of great in its own right. There are some bad ones. There are some good new gens as well. Like, I'm not gonna put them over the, over the old animes like I've watched before, like Bleach or something, Naruto. No, no. But there are some animes nowadays that have been enjoyable to watch. Jujutsu, Doctor Stone, Fire Force. What else? Well, yeah, there's quite a lot of animes like throughout the 2020s that's been standing out, and I appreciate that. And I think the anime industry decided to change itself. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. You guys are aware of Studio Period, right? You know what that?
No, I don't think I do. What did they make?
They animated Naruto, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yes.
the 19
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, the 1999 Hunter x Hunter, and surprisingly the Sonic OVA as well. And did I miss anything out? Or is that it? Yeah. Well, obviously the Naruto series, Shippuden and Boruto, all of that. They decided to change themselves after Boruto finished, because they're not gonna do like all the episodes at once, if you know what I mean. Because with the 1,000-Year Blood arc, they decided to split it because they'd have more quality with the animation, and I think that's good, really, because I mean, you've guys seen the other animation project, Black Clover, right? You can tell there was a lot of drop of quality drop when watching Black Clover. That are sometimes kind of hard to watch. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could just awful. Yeah, and I'm kind of glad Black Clover ended where it was supposed to end. Well, the anime anyway, because obviously it was too close to the manga, but it would give them chance to upgrade the quality and make it better within the next arc. And you know what? They're kind of late for that, because they're kind of too late for that, because I don't know why they start to do it now, but I'm glad they're doing it now, because other animes have been doing that since like 2000s or something like that, at the start of 2000s at best, or 2010s, where you don't just animate you don't just animate through the whole manga at once.
What do you mean by once? Because what they do is they just release it weekly. Are you talking about the seasonal animes?
The animes?
Wait, I'm confused. Aren't you talking about the seasonal animes?
No, I'm saying that how I'm glad that Studio Period decided to stop doing those long-running animes. How Black Clover did it,
yeah.
how Bleach did it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to explain. That now they're doing a seasonal.
Yeah,
You
they're
see,
doing
they
it
release
seasonal.
animes where
Yeah,
they would do maybe 12 episodes and release it in this season, and then next season
next
maybe
season.
after either next year or in a couple of months they release it like that. That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
Studio Period has been doing that for like since the start of Naruto, like doing like a long running anime series, and you wonder why there was like fillers between their projects that we're doing as well. Not for Yu Yu Hakusho, but mostly the animes, mostly the new gens that were out as well. Boruto had
So are you saying
Hmm?
most of the animes nowadays are they becoming seasonal as well? Or
Yes.
is like for example, has One Piece become seasonal?
No, it's not. It still is a long running series. For One Piece, they have different animators, animating like the One Piece episodes. Like I checked it out on Twitter. I was told like there are some animators that do the animations for One Piece. You can see, I think you could somewhat tell, like sometimes the animation are different than the other episodes. Other episodes, that animation is different than the other episodes. Yeah, it's not always the same animators that's animated the episodes every week, if you know what I mean. It changes.
Understandably, but still though, I really feel that One Piece should become seasonal.
Yes,
So,
with how it's too close
for
to the
example,
manga.
if you compare, animes that are released every, anime that are long running, that is released every week. Compare that with animes that are seasonal. You would see that the quality of anime that is released seasonal is a lot more polished. It's a lot more high quality. It never misses.
Yeah.
It never misses.
Although
it might have maybe one episode that misses, but it almost never misses. But animes that are not, that are long running, some episodes you just see drop in quality so bad that you're asking if you're watching a different anime.
yes, and that's what I've been talking about as well. Like you could see the drop of quality while you're watching, one of Studio Parrot's animation projects like Black Clover. You saw that quality drop. Heck, even Boruto had it. Like,
yeah, we don't talk about it.
no,
Oh,
I'm
it's
just
delicious. We don't talk about it.
no. I'm just stating the facts though, because Boruto had it too. Like Boruto can have good animation, like really good animation, but it could also have its bad animation as well.
Like with every anime, fair enough. I know people, shit on Boruto as much as possible, and I understand it's mainly because of the character Boruto and how he's based in the Naruto universe and how he doesn't measure up to Naruto, so people hate on it, But let's face it, character design is not bad. The world building isn't that bad. It's good, but it will always be compared to Naruto, always.
It should have never happened in the first place. I feel like they really tainted the Naruto series. They should have just left it alone. Or what they could have done
you
is
guys,
like a 20 episode OVA after Shippuden finished. Just of their daily lives and stuff. And then boom, bam, done.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. They should have done that. They shouldn't have done the next generation, their children's or ninjas, stuff like that.
they
Because
kind of did
personally,
actually.
I feel what?
Like the
Did
OVA,
what?
the OVA Boruto animation. Yeah, they did. It's just that you guys weren't aware of it.
No. She's not talking about. They did the OVA. I remember the OVA, like the one with. Well, no, that wasn't OVA. That was an episode. The one where Naruto got married.
Oh, no, that's not
Yeah,
what I'm
the one
talking
that
about,
Naruto-
Ria.
You're talking about Road to Boruto.
Road to
right?
Boruto, yeah.
What? That's the OVA where, if I remember carefully, Sarada was looking for a woman that looked like her mom. She thought that was her mom. Is that the OVA that you're talking about?
Wait, that was it? Huh.
Yeah, that was the OVA.
Huh.
Where Sasuke almost killed Sarada because he thought she was a clone.
You know what's weird? That got incorporated to the anime itself as well.
Oh my, really?
Yeah.
So that was the OVA. Well, I
Yeah.
didn't watch that. I read the manga, but I didn't watch
Maybe both happened. That's weird.
But that's not what I meant though. I feel like when people found out that, Naruto was a series and was going to be continuing out, I think they must have thought, yes, we're going to see more of Naruto after he got married to Hinata. Like when after he become Hokage, what's his life going to be like now? And then the focus was on his kids. And I feel like, oh, that's still okay. That's fine. It's probably going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that.
Yeah, you know
Well,
what? I felt the same way because when Naruto ended, I was devastated. And then when I watched the last movie, Naruto, the last movie, and at the end of it, of course, Naruto got married, and then I watched the last episode where Naruto got married, this and that. It was very emotional, but I just didn't want to let it go. And so when they announced that Naruto's next generation, I was quite excited to see where Kishimoto was going with this. And reading that one-shot manga that he did, that was very interesting. It was very reminiscent of the beginning of Naruto, the mischievous kid that wants to be accepted by everyone, except in this plot, he wants to be accepted by his dad, right? You know what kills it? Yeah, what really ticks me off about Boruto. It's not even the fact that they've shipped everybody together, or for example, Sakura is with Sasuke, Choji's with that girl from that village. I forgot her name. That's not even what really affects me. I think it's the disrespect Boruto has towards Naruto is really what takes me off, because we grew up with him, right? We grew up with Naruto. We grew up since he was a kid. What he went through, became Hokage family. So to see this nobody talking smack, that really rubbed me the wrong way. And then on top of that, he cheated on the tuning exam. Cheated. I mean, of course, in the tuning exam, you do cheat, like, when they were doing the written test. But instead of doing ninjutsu, he was literally cheating using, technology. Come on, mate, come on. That's mad. Oh yeah, it's my turn, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, how do I feel about that? How do I feel about current anime as compared to the previous ones? Honestly, there are some amazing bangers. There's some amazing ones right now, like Maestro said, Jujutsu Kaisen, Marshall, what do you call it? Solo Leveling. There's some amazing one. I think the reason why I always chose the old one as compared to the new ones is because of nostalgia. That's the only wrong. And I don't particularly like comparing, like, oh, Naruto is way better than My Hero Academia, or Attack on Titan is way better than Dragon Ball Z. No, I don't like comparing those kind of things, because it all depends on the person's preference. Somebody finding one story amazing might not be the same with, for example, you might find the story of My Hero Academia trash, but I find it absolutely amazing. So for me, the only reason I would choose the old anime is because of nostalgia. It's because I grew up with it. It shaped me to the personality that I have today. So when I watch it again, I get an emotional roller coaster. So hence why I would always choose the previous animes. The big three, as they call it. Yeah. All right. That was a very interesting, not really a debate, but discussion.
One last question.
Yeah, sure.
How do you guys feel about when people say that Dragon Ball Z should be part of the big three? Or one of the big three should be knocked off and replaced with Dragon Ball Z?
No,
Okay. Let me answer that. Let me answer that. Let me give you the first answer. The reason why it cannot is because Dragon Ball Z ended before the idea of the big three even happened.
Mm.
Yeah. So it can't be part of the big three because it ended long before. The reason why they called it the big three was it was the same running anime that was doing literally, it was on top in Shonen Jump, which was
Doing
Naruto,
numbers.
One Piece, and Bleach. They were doing numbers every week. You would see a lot of people sending in their postcard. You know how happy they are by the sales were off the charts. It was One Piece. I don't really remember, but it became the #1 best-selling manga. One Piece. It was only beat once, and that was by Demon Slayer.
At one point, it was higher than Superman or Batman. Or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
It was Superman. I think it was higher than Super. Don't quote me. I don't remember, but it was higher than one of DC Comics' running book. Quite amazing. So yeah, that's considered a big series because they were released all at the same time. One Dragon Ball Z, if it was still running, probably would have been considered one of the big three because it did have a solid storyline.
Nah, I
Dragon
second
Ball-
that. I second that. To be honest, I second that. To you guys, maybe it would had the potential to be the big three, but to me, it does. To me, it doesn't. And I'm gonna explain why. Okay, there are a lot of things that people look for anime. Maybe I don't know if it was back then, but nowadays, one,
Right,
story, two,
right.
characters, or development, you could say. No, I'm not saying DBZ doesn't have it. And overall, you know, the whole
So what do you think? What do you think Dragon Ball Z lacks that the big three had? Because honestly, I don't see anything that it lacks. It had everything. It had the feels, it had
Yeah.
character development, it had good pacing. The manga had good pacing. The anime, the pacing was atrocious.
yeah. I was
it
gonna
had-
say Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to bring it up. Yes, Dragon Ball Z had horrible pacing. I'm not gonna lie, it really did have horrible pacing. I won't even consider.
But for me as a kid, I found those pacing very interesting because it got me hyped for the next episode. Especially when that announcer kept talking, find out next on Dragon Ball Z. That just gave me goosebumps.
That's true, but at the same,
Listen, I have this story to tell you guys. It's just quick story. In Africa, yeah, back when I was in Africa, Dragon Ball Z used to come on at 6 p.m. every day. Mind you, in the street there's a lot of kids playing outside. But at 6 p.m. it's almost as if it's a ghost town. There'll be no kids outside. Everybody's glued to their TV watching Dragon Ball Z. Everybody. And that's in Africa. Imagine. That's crazy. That is a huge reach. All the way from Japan. I know Dragon Ball Z is obviously is worldwide. It's known, ask anybody and their grandma, they'll tell you they know Dragon Ball Z. But that's the huge reach. It had it.
How old are you?
I ain't telling you.
Say, like, I'm an estimate you're probably like 6 or something.
At the time, yeah, I was pretty young. Yeah. I was pretty young.
How do you even remember that?
I was a huge fan of anime back in the day. I was a huge fan. Well, I still am. What am I on about?
Wow, way back then.
Yeah, way back then. Way back then.
Okay, but can I say this now? Would you go back to Dragon Ball Z? Like, would you watch it from the beginning to the end? Like,
Now I wouldn't be able to. I'm not gonna lie. I would watch it, but I would skip a lot of the episodes.
I did. Back in lockdown anyway. Well, because obviously before then, I used to, I'd see episodes here and there. Because when I was watching it over lockdown, I'd see scenes and I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that. I already know. But I didn't watch every single episode from start to finish. So that's when I was like, oh.
and this is why
Because
Z
obviously there
Kai
was some
is
moments where I
there.
was
It'll save you the trouble.
No, man.
But
Kai
I
is
got
not
it.
authentic enough.
What do you mean not
Yeah.
authentic? It's following the manga properly. For Dragon Ball Z, it's just pacing it out for no reason whatsoever. Like, you can tell the difference.
Following
Trust.
the manga. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's following the manga, but most of the words, most of the dialogue was redubbed. And that's why I'm saying it's not authentic, because it's not the old school, and most of the soundtrack was changed as well.
Oh.
Not Trunks. Gohan's voice was changed.
Ew, no.
No, no, Gohan's
Yeah,
voice.
that's gonna
Gohan's
ruin it
voice
if
sounds
they
like
start
Luke.
saying
Gohan's voice sounds like Luffy in dub.
Yeah, now it sounds. Well, I don't know. I
Same
personally
voice
believe
actor.
now is. No. It's different, bro.
No. For Gohan and Zekai, yes, they're the same voice actor. I'm not kidding. They're the same voice actor.
All right,
Dub.
look it up. Cause I can guarantee you it did not sound the same. Look it up.
Okay.
Hold on, we need to know which Gohan we're talking about. Are we talking about the Gohan as a little kid? Teen?
No. Well, they use the same voice actor anyway for Gohan when he was a kid and teen Gohan.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the same voice actor in Kai.
Really?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Kai, yes. In Z, no.
Tony, you do
Yeah,
realize.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm been saying.
Tony,
Yeah.
you do realize some voice actors have like a very like wide range. Like not everyone's been like they're not gonna sound the same in every anime that they do.
Understandable. I know. But it's just it kills the authenticity.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. It just kills the authenticity. Like I'll be watching it, but I won't get the same feel as I did when I was a kid, because that it's not the same voice actor. I know it's a bit picky, but it is what it is.
Okay, what about his dialogue? What about his dialogue though? Like
The dialogue the dialogue on Z was kind of cringe.
That's the issue. Yes, that's the issue.
It was kind of cringe.
And you want to tell me you want to go back to watching it for nostalgia? Yes, I would as well.
For
Yeah.
nostalgic, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, I wouldn't be able to watch it properly because one, I'll be able to. I'll skip a lot of episodes because it's just too, unnecessary, and two, it's just.
I wonder if that Garlic Jr. arc was even necessary at this point. Like, it made no sense at all. Like, even though he was from the movie.
Yeah, that was long. The Garlic Jr. was long.
No, it wasn't long, but it was just unnecessary. That's it.
Yeah, it was still long. But yeah, anyway, that's how I feel about the DBZ. It definitely would have been part of the big three. You have a different opinion, understandable, but come on, man. Dragon Ball Z, ask anybody.
I think a lot of people do say that because there are some people that think that Bleach doesn't deserve to be in the big three.
Who the bloody hell says that?
A lot of people, you'd be surprised. A lot of people, they say, why is Bleach in the big three? They don't deserve to be in the big three. Oh
Man,
God.
they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's that. And then there's people trying to come up with a new big three. Oh yeah, the new big three is there will never be a new big three.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. There will never be a new big three. People are speculating the new big three to be like My Hero, Dr. Stone, or Black Clover. No, sorry, but they're not it. Well,
no, they could be, but I know at some point they thought, My Hero Academia and Marshall and whatnot were gonna be the big three. But I think it was kind of like a generational thing. I don't think it can be recreated.
It can't be, no.
Yeah, I don't think it can be recreated.
Oh, why'd you say Marshall though? Like, why bring up Marshall?
I have no idea why I brought up Marshall. I have no idea why I brought up Marshall. I mean, people are saying it's really that good. And yes, the first episode is amazing. I just haven't really gotten into it. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to go. The babies are crying.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. Anyway, we will definitely continue this. The talk is amazing. You guys have an interesting mindset. And I want to find out what you think. And we should make more podcasts in the future.
Man, this podcast should have lasted 1 hour. Like, come on.
No. It should have lasted 8 minutes.
You do know not all podcasts have to last an hour, right?
Exactly. I'll get bored if a podcast lasts in 1 hour. It's just I don't have time to listen to the whole thing.
Who's watching a podcast
Oh.
for 1 hour?
I actually thought that we were only gonna record for 8 minutes, but yeah, this went on for quite.
Yeah, it went on for 30 minutes actually. I'm counting the recording counter.
Not bad, not bad. All right, guys, let's call it a day. We'll record next week, same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, guys, have a good one.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.